our masterclass tonight, Wednesday night already. And our masterclass for this month of August is a theme around salutations or sun salutations, and also a component of breath work. Our sun salutations will be an extension from last week. So it'll be very typical of a sun salutation, whereas the first week we did moon salutation, where we got the home of the mat was at the center, sun sals. Home of the mat's going to be at the front here, so we'll lead from the front. I'll start you off with some preparation, some preparatory pauses, just to ensure that we are nice and warm. I'll move us into the basic sun salutation, which we all know, but it's always good to use that as a part of, to get the sort of rhythm and the breath pattern. We'll repeat all of them 4 times. And then we'll move into 3 more variations of sun salutation. We'll finish with some breath work, which is called Visama Vritti. I'll leave my little notes up there. This was a practice that I learnt in my pranayama teacher training from my teacher Judith Hanson-Lassiter, and I will talk you through it. I will read notes from that because she has the most eloquent way of describing your breathing, and it's just mesmerizing. It's a meditation within itself. It's beautiful. And very much when I went back through my notes at the beginning of the week, I recall her talking about how pranayama, which is breath work, is actually done post-asana. So it's actually done, asana practice is actually done to prepare you for pranayama, okay. which is really interesting concept. That's how it was always done traditionally. Always did the practice, and that was always finished with some kind of breath work. So let's start with a small amount of breath work. This is just, so this is called Visama Vritti, and which is an extended breath, or a uneven, also described as uneven breath. And Sama Vritti, S-A-M-A, Sama Vritti is Sama, same breath. So we usually always practice Sama Vritti in the first part of our class. Same breath, same length. Okay. So let's just take a moment. The breathing is here for us just to become fully present and to help us to arrive at our mat. So very slow, very smooth, even and steady with our breath. It just helps us to also disassociate ourselves from the distractions that we might have had when we came first of all to our mat. So was it just that last final rush of putting a few things away, or getting the last sort of final bits of the tea prepared, or racing in the front door and throwing on your yoga gear. Just 2 or 3 minutes here connecting into your breathing, just to allow us to be fully present. And to just be in this one moment. So slow, smooth, steady and even on the breath coming in. And same smoothness, steadiness on the breath coming out. Just noticing there's no rush to the breath. And just taking our time. Just noticing the ease that comes to each of our breaths here. Just take 3 more breaths together. Noticing that gentle pause of the breath between each inhalation and exhalation. And then just a gentle movement of the fingers and toes whenever you're ready. Perhaps even just letting the eyes gradually open. Great. Okay, here's our start of our stretches. I can see a few more of you scrolling on. So welcome everyone. Week 3, goodness me. Week 3 of our practice. Goodness, how quickly the weeks go. Here we are, cross-legged, forward flexion, nice easy stretch across the back of the pelvis and a little bit of length through the spine. It's sort of a really nice opening into the lower part of the back. And just allow the head to hang and soften here. Take time to walk around towards the right now. Chest towards this right leg. But sitting down on our left sit bone. Really conscious here of not sort of letting that left sit bone ride off the mat. That full sort of contact here. And as we breathe in, walk the hands in, let the trunk lift. Stay with this right hand twist and bring your left hand onto the right knee. Swing that right hand around behind you. Comes around behind the hip. We lift up tall from the crown of the head and we allow that right hand to just assist us, to swing us around a little more if we can. Keeping hold of the knee, breathe in and unravel. Send the right arm upwards towards the ceiling. We're going to lean out to this left hand side, so it gives us a little bit of side bend here. Reach out through that long right arm. But again, that idea of staying glued or anchored down towards the mat on our right side. As we inhale, draw up, but leave the hand to hold the knee, and our right hand will come and find our left knee. Here's where we'll start just some rounded spine or work cat-cow. Just that start of extending. This isn't as strong as all fours, but it's a good way, just to get that energy into the spine. Let's make that our last one. And then square up and change the legs. Bring the other leg now in front. We'll just switch legs to go into our same forward fold here. Come through the front, fold or hinge. You might notice the second time round, there could be a little less resistance, not so much sort of tightness. The walk will go to the left on this one. Walk the hands in. Keep the right hand onto the left knee. Sit upright as we breathe out for the left hand turn. Unravel on the inhale, left arm will go up. And you want to head out to the right on this one, breathe it out. A nice deep side bend, allowing the breath to come and fill this left side rib cage. Nice full deep breaths in, reaching along with our left arm. And draw up on the inhale. Grab the knee. Off we go. Exhale round. And inhale, extend. Good, and breathe out. And breathe in. As we finish that very last one, a nice square back, coming to cobbler's pose, or sometimes I'll call it butterfly pose. It's where the feet join and come together. We want to hold on to our feet. We sit right up onto the tops or the crest of the sit bones. Whilst the feet press in together, the knees will draw out and soften down towards the mat. Chest will stay high or lifted. This is what will get us a little deeper into the groin. Add a forward hinge on the exhale, perhaps allowing the elbows to soften into the knees to allow them to weight down. And then that idea of us drawing forward over the feet, so weighted knees but chest towards coming over the feet. Come on up as we breathe in, taking any load or weight off those legs. Find the legs nice and wide. This is giving us a lot of prep into the legs. Down dog is quite leg driven. Come through the front when you're ready on the exhale. Just those little sort of creep of those finger mounds forward. And breathing into those inner legs, the adductors, the liver line of the body. Just finding yourself softening into that inevitable sort of tight band that runs through this inner line here. Take the walk to the right on this next one. And as we do, jump the right hand over the right leg, chest dropping down towards the thigh. Sitting back intentionally on those sit bones, particularly the left, the one that wants to ride up on you. So a good hamstring opener, and also a nice release into the lower back here. Really trying to focus on that back line of the body here. Walk back through to the center, we're almost there. Around to the other side, chest dropping down onto the thigh. This will open up the opposite side body. So whilst we're heading down to this left hamstring, because we've centered this trunk to square up with the thigh, you might notice if you are tight in the lower back, it's going to address it in this right side, the right lower back. come back through to the center on the inhale. Walk on in. And that'll just bring the trunk slowly back up. Scoot those hands underneath the back of the legs to draw the legs in. And when you're ready, let's come around flying to all fours. All fours will lead us into cat-cow. And we are going to start not too soon from here going into our basic sun salutations. Hence the reason for me taking off my jacket in preparation. Curl up for cat. And just release for that cow pose, drawing the chin up and the tail up, and then scooting through again. Exhale, cat. And inhale, cow. We can even start to move the hips a little bit more here if you want to, so that round coming back. And then coming up and over and then into almost like a, sort of, it's almost sort of snake-like. So I actually am moving my hips, curling up, and then this, it's almost sort of semi-cobra-like, and then just reversing it all. It's called a spinal roll. So we curl up, and then we start to move through the spine, and then it's like we're dragging it all back. Good one, last one. And then all fours when we're ready. And this is where down dog will come up and back. Okay, check out the width of the feet. And the hands are as wide as the shoulders, spreading our fingers. There is, as you know, there's a little bit of down dog or some hand work in down dog. So we want to make sure that we've got this equal contact through all pads of the fingers. Now we need to get to the front part of the mat, so look forward to where those hands are. Get ready to step your left foot forward, and then we'll let the right leg come and join us, bringing us all the way to that front edge of the mat. We'll rise on the inhale. Good, get ready to come with me on the exhale. We'll fold forward. Left leg will lead us as we inhale and step it back. The right leg is going to join. This will move us all into plank, and from plank we find knees. Knees will go chin. Chin will follow through slowly as we slither there into cobra. And it's pretty much baby cobra, it's not high cobra. Up and back into down dog. Hands and feet will never move. We're just pivoting over the shoulders on each movement. Look forward, step the same left leg into front. We stepped it back, now we step it through the front. Ready for the right leg to come and join us back underneath the hips. Press through those heels and we rise. It's the right leg leading us as we exhale. Come back, step back. Okay, so that's what we call a low lunge. Our left leg will join it, moving us into full plank. Plank goes those knees. Knees will go chin, and then slither. That's the second pose that comes after. And I know we like skipping it. Come up into down dog, press through those, drive through those arms. Send the weight back into the heels. And when you're ready, you get to look forward. You'll step with the right leg through the front there. Keep it still low, push off. Your left goes and joins it. Press through both feet. You'll rise on the inhale and you can tick off your first one. Get ready to come down as we breathe out, lead with the left leg. Yep. And breathe out, right leg. Okay, here's the breath. Breathe in, knees. And breathe out, chin. Breathe in to cobra. Breathe out to down dog. Breathe in, left foot forward. You've got to look there and step there. And breathe out, right leg. Breathe in, we're up. And breathe out, we dive forward with the right leg. Inhale, back. Exhale, left. There's your plank. Inhale, knees. Exhale, chin. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, press back into down dog. And breathe in, look forward, step right. And breathe out, left. Breathe in, rise. And breathe out, fall forward. And breathe in, step that left leg back. And breathe out, right. Good, breathe in, knees. Okay, core is in as the chin goes down. And then as you slither into cobra, The belly can soften. Arms glide by the ribs. Press with those triceps. Find down dog. Good. Look forward. Low lunge, left leg. Feel the stretch across those hip flexors. Nice low hips. Use a little bit of leg as we come together. Drive those arms up. There's your inhale. Stretch through the belly. Exhale. Hamstring stretch. Look at your knees. Yep. Right leg leads us back. There's a low lunge on this right hip now. Belly in for plank. Keep it in for your knees are on. Chin's on, the belly still goes nowhere until you find your cobra. Slither, slither like a little snake, and we're there. Down dog on your breath out. Push, drive it back into down dog. Ready for your right leg to step forward. Look, step right, step left. Are you ready to come up? Breathe in. We have one more basic version to go. Let's see if we can do it on our own. Exhale, fold forward. I'll lead you though. Left leg back. To the right leg going behind. Stop with the hands at the heart center. Give yourself a moment to collect the breath, and if for any reason that heart rate needs to start to regulate and to slow down. We'll take a second variation. Okay, so again, times 4, variation number 2. And as we breathe in, we're going to come up and grab hold of the tips of the elbows. This will send us into a side or a lateral bend. Breathe out, lean out to your left. Pull a little firmer on the tip of that right elbow, but really reach that right hip down. Good. Then you'll inhale and come back. You'll do the same on the other side. You lift and then you curl over to the right hand side. A little light tug on the tip of that elbow. Good. Come back to center, inhale. Reach the arms up and dive forward on your breath out. Once again, remember we always look at the knees. Breathe in, step the left leg back. It's a low lunge crescent. That left knee goes to the floor. Yeah. Right hand goes onto the thigh and the left arm extends up with a slight extension. Good. And breathe out. Bring your hands to the floor. You'll find down dog. There'll be one plank on the inhale. This whole plank gets to lower now. Coming into cobra, inhale. Good, down dog as we exhale. It would be the left leg stepping through to the front now. Low lunge crescent, left hand onto the thigh, right arm extending up. Good, both hands meeting the mat, returning us into down dog. Plank, plank lower. Your version of how you choose to lower, then the cobra on your inhale. And breathe out, sending your way back into down dog. It'll be the left leg when we are ready to step forward to the front part of the mat, because it was the one that kept stepping back. Then the right leg, it takes us into easy chair. Rise on the inhale. Collect the tip of the elbows again. Good, and breathe out, lift and reach over. It doesn't matter which side you choose. Left or right, they're both the same. You'll even it up. Come back to center, inhale. Exhale, grab the tip of the other elbow, lift and get more length down through the sides. Good, inhale, come back, release the arms. Exhale, here's your fold forward, look at your knees. We're up to right leg, step back, lower the knee, left hand onto the shin, rise. Good. Find your down dog, plant the hands, frame that front foot. Down dog when you're ready. Down dog. Then the plank. Yes, yes, yes. down, curl it. Off we go again. Down facing dog. We have to send that right leg forward. Look, step, lower the knee and shin. Right hand onto the knee. Extend back. And breathe out. Down dog. One plank, one lower. Send it up for cobra. Exhale, down dog. We have to get to that front part of the mat with our right leg leading us. Look, step, step. Inhale, collect the elbows, remember. Exhale, lift up and lean to one side. So we've done one round, we can tick it off. We have another 3. Center, up and over to the other side. Breathe in, center, release the arms. It's always an exhale to fold us forward. Go up to left leg, go back, drop it. Ready to go straight into that extension. If you want to do the 2 arms, go for it. Hands frame the foot. There's your down dog coming straight away. One plank. Take it slow and go down and curl it up. Exhale, down dog. Still on that left leg. Look, step. Down goes the shin straight away. Hand rests onto the leg. Good. Breathe out, hands frame the foot. We're there again, down dog. Find your plank. Make each of those poses very, very meaningful. Let's not rush through. Down dog when you're ready. Because it's all about the left leg. It's got to get us to the front of our mat. Again, look. Step. Step. Alrighty, grab those elbows once you're up there. Doesn't matter what side you lean to. Exhale for the lift and that's closing down. Again, you're into the center with the arms high. And down we go. All about the right leg. Let's do it. Good. You can leave that back toe tucked under if you need to. We've got both arm options if that works for you. Down dog at any time. After down dog, you know it's got to get us down. So again, long limbs or a little bent knee is fine. Good, good. As elbows pulling down towards the heels. We need to good, step that right foot forward, look and step. Drop the knee. Off we go. Yeah. 2 hands on. Toes under. One more down dog. Going to your down dog from here. Let's get back to that front part of the mat. Look there. Step there. Come together. Okay. Rise on the arms and grab hold of the tips of the elbows. Hold the tips of the elbows. Hang in there. Okay, so we've done 2. Okay, we can tick 2 off our list. We have 2 more to go. Let's see if we can do it on our own. If you get a little lost, just watch me. I just want you to do a couple in your own rhythm, in your own time. Not all of it's not about my breath. So you've got lateral flexion first. We're up to the left leg leading. You know, you've got that low crescent lunge. Left leg's got to lead us. Left leg's got to get us to the front part of the mat. Remember that side tilt when you come back up. Left side, right side. up to that right side. Coming up to that front part of the mat. We will hold on to the elbows. We have the last 4 of 4. One more. To work through. It should be the right leg leading us. To the top, stop here and hold it and breathe. Nice, slow, smooth, steady, even breaths. All right, you've got variation number 3. Inhale, arms up. Rise up into the balls of the feet. Exhale, heels go down. Fold forward, stay here. I'm going to lift each of the feet. Take the hands underneath so that we can get a deeper stretch into the back. Draw the shoulder blades apart, lift them to the roof. Remember where your gaze is, it should be here at your knees. Release the hands out from underneath the feet. Left leg leads us. Here we go into lunge, warrior number 1. There we go. Good. Bring your hands down to the floor. Okay. Step the right leg back into hip open and down dog. So it pulls in and it comes over.
It squares up as you come into plank, right knee across to left elbow, and then back to three-legged down dog, foot onto the floor. Come to plank on the inhale, lower this one. It'll be cobra, and then when we're in cobra, it'll be the no hands version. Return the hands back to the side ribs. Come up and find your down dog pose. Remember the left leg. It's got to step forward. Look, step, lunge, warrior one. And down we go, three-legged. Take it back, up and open. Yeah. As we close it back down, it comes to the opposite elbow. And then back to three-legged down dog. Maybe we can keep it uplifted as we lower the plank with a single leg down. Then we curl to cobra. Then we take the hands off. Hands are on. We push up. We press back. The left leg leads. Look. Step. Step again. Rise on the inhale. Lead those arms up there. Palms together. Rise up onto the balls of your feet. Heels go down, we go down. Stand on those hands. Lift the back to the roof. Look at the knees. You release the hands. Remember, right leg. It's now in charge. We lift for one. We come down for that hip opener, down dog. Slide it out and up and in and open. Then it came to opposite elbow to knee with our plank. It just sort of glides. It goes then back to three-legged down dog. Can we keep it lifted as we find plank lower? And then cobra. Cobra without the hands. Up and back into your down dog. Back thinking about the right leg. Look forward. Step forward. Lunge warrior one again. Hands back onto the floor. Step it back, heel to bum. Open the hip, look underneath. Close the hip down, take it to the opposite elbow. Three-legged down dog. Shift the weight through the front, curl it up. Breathe out, up and back. And finding that down dog. Look forward, step forward. 1, 2. Take the arms up. Good. Rise up into the balls of the feet. Lower the heels down, stand on those hands. We're back to the left side. Back lifts. Good. Release hands back onto the floor. Left steps back. Lunge, warrior one. Keep hips sunken, yeah? Get that leg working. Step the right leg back. Heel to bottom, open the hip. Close the hip, bring it across to the elbow. Take it back into three-legged down dog and then a single-legged plank. Single leg plank lower. Both feet on the floor for your cobra. And down about halfway, lift the hands off the floor. Bring your hands back onto the floor, push up, press back into down dog. Look forward, step left, forward. Rise on up. Breathe out, hands on. Leg goes back and up. Heel to bottom. Hip open. Hip closed but knee across to the opposite elbow. Then back to your three-legged dog. Can we leave it risen? Leave it high as we lower down and curl back up. No hands. Then the hands go back on and press back up into down facing dog. Check out the hands. Get ready, you're standing there with your left foot leading you. Good, and your right leg's gonna come join you. Rise on the inhale, keep those arms up there. Raise up into the balls of the feet. And lower the heels. Stand on the feet, we're up to the right leg. Pull the back up towards the roof, look at your knee. Release the hands, right leg behind us. Low lunge, warrior one, yeah? So where the hips are low and that back heel is up. Good, here we go. Step this guy back, heel to bum, open hip. Yeah. Hip back down, opposite elbow. Back to three-legged down dog. Leave the leg elevated for your plank. Single leg lower. Here we are, into that cobra. Let the hands lift off. The hands go back on. Push up and press it back. Good. Right leg length. Bring it in, look through. Here we are. Lunge warrior one. Yeah. Good. Hands meet the mat. Back up. Heel bum, hip open. Close the hip. Knee to elbow. Three-legged down dog. You should have it by now. You should know the rhythm. You should know where it all goes. Up and back. That's your down dog. We have to get to stand. It's all about the right leg. Look. Step it there. The other guy too. Are you ready for the rise? Ready? We have one more round to go together. You're on your own. Tiptoes though first. Up to my right leg leading. When you come back to Tadasana, just settle in here. Bring the hands back down by the sides. My guess is you're a little warmer than when you started. That last variation is certainly a little more challenging. When you're ready,
We are going to come into our breath work. You might like to, even though you're warm, it's up to you, but you will get cooler. I have us here for about 7 minutes. It's usually about the length of a breath work. But find a seated position, or if not seated, very much an angled or a propped, as opposed to full Shavasana. I promise you, I will give you a Shavasana. You will get 5 minutes at the end for pure relax. Okay. Remember, this is priming us, so we've just done the preparation to get us into pranayama, Shavasana, the icing on the cake. Well, this is the icing, and Shavasana is the cherry on the cake, yeah? Alrighty. This, as mentioned, the Samavriti. It's a slow breath, but it's an extended or elongation on the exhalation. And it's a slight form of breath retention just because of the extra effort on the exhalation. A couple of fun facts about breath work and lungs and lung capacity. 60% of your lung surface area is in your back body, sits in the back of your rib cage. So that's where it's really useful when we talk about breathe into the back of the rib cage or breathe into the back of your lungs, okay, because there's so much more areas there. And when we talk about also about the exhalation, we never fully empty the lungs, ever. We think we do, but there's about 500 mils, so half a litre, sizable, of breath, oxygen, is left residual in the lungs. Interesting. We never fully exhale, even though we feel like we do. So it doesn't matter how much we really work at that last little bit, there's always going to be some residual breath. Alrighty. I would like to read you some of my notes from Judith. As I said, she's very eloquent in her language, and she really explains quite clearly how we work through the Samavriti. She says, as you come into pranayama, I love this, you want the palette on which you paint to be of ease. So let go. Let go of the need to hold on. Where you are now, you're being supported by the earth beneath you. Trust it, for it has you. And let your mind move deeply inside of you. And give up your interest, your curiosity about the external world. So she's clearing the mind. As we move into Visamavriti, we begin pranayama with no judgment. Make friends with the practice. Make friends with your breath. Just notice your breath for whatever it is. And as we softly close the eyes and we just notice this breath, she says, let the breath lead you. Let it find you. And just notice that as you inhale, that you're breathing into the back of those ribs. They expand and they open, allowing the lungs to fill. See if you can have no jerkiness between the exchange of the inhalation and the exhalation. Allow your inhalation to be an act of reception. Receive it. Let it breathe you. Your exhalation is an action. Let it act on you. And when you breathe, it empties for your lungs. Imagine the lungs coming towards your center. And then the ribs float down over them. No strain, no stress. Be passive. Just notice that without force, is it possible to allow the exhalation to be a fraction longer than your inhalation? You don't need to count it, but can you perhaps feel or notice the extended exhalation? Whenever you need to, go back to your normal breathing. And then go and return and revisit the extended exhalation. Two more of these extended exhalations. Slowness and steadiness, find your way down to Shavasana. If you want to stay sitting, that's okay, but if you feel as though you'd like to finish the last of your practice in that lying full restorative position, take your way down to the mat. Use the bolster underneath the knee. If you use any eye pillows or any props, access them. And just come back to a normal breath here. Normal. What is normal? Normal's whatever works for you. No need to control it. No need to critique it. Just allow the breath to be fluid, to be smooth, even and steady. Like a series of waves that roll in and out, that's all we need to notice the breath doing. Flowing with ease. Not pulling it in or pushing it out. And as we settle in to Shavasana, the efforts of our pranayama or our breath work will leave what we call a residue, an after effect in the body. See if you can notice it. And there should be no agitation. Just an absolute, full, abundant feeling of ease, passiveness, of softness. Where you can surrender here and just let go of anything else that you feel the body might be holding on to. As we slowly start to bring our awareness back here, moving into the physical body now, you may like to move your fingers and your toes. And perhaps rolling onto a side that feels most comfortable for you. And in your own time, very slowly come and find your way into sitting. And see that we let the hands come and meet us at the heart. And the head gently bows. And we honour our practice. We honour ourselves. We give thanks. We give gratitude for ourselves for giving ourselves this time to practice. And we get to finish with Namaste altogether. Namaste. There you go. Week 3. I'm thinking next week we'll do, it's called Ujjayi breathing. It's Samavriti, same breath, but it has this connection into the core a little bit more. It's got a sound attached to it. It's a nice sound. And sun salutations, there's one that I didn't get to. There's a variation number 4 I didn't get to, which really ups the ante. Maybe we come visit 3, 4, maybe I do 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see. Any suggestions? Happily welcomed. You've earned your keep tonight. Go and eat dinner and enjoy. And I will, what's tomorrow? Thursday. So I don't get to see you tomorrow if you're coming live with me. However, I will see you Friday live from the studio. What's the class? Stress Buster. It's all low-lying-y kind of stuff. Poses to reduce stress in the body. So take care. Have a beautiful day. Stay out of the wind. I believe the wind's going to come up. So take care and bunker in, and I shall see you on